You're listening to Common Ground, the podcast.
Welcome back to Common Ground. It's Mark here. I'm joined with Derek and Lou. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good today. Doing good. It's good to be back, and we got a cool episode for everybody. So, what we talking about, Mr. Mark?
Yeah, we got a good episode, and today we're just trying to test out some online features. Gets a little difficult to get everybody in the room at the same time, but hopefully this works for everybody involved. Hopefully you guys at home enjoy what you see. Give us a like and a subscribe. But have you guys seen this new viral video that's came out recently with the Hawk Tuah girl?
Hawk Tuah, was that Samoan or something?
Derek, have you seen that video?
No, I haven't. What's that about?
All right, hold on, guys. You're gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna play the video right now. Okay.
One move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time.
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
All right, so it's funny because you see this girl. She gets stopped in Nashville, right? They ask her. The interview was like, what's the way to please a man? She said you gotta basically spit on that thing, right? And I think we all know what that thing means, right, Lewis? Do I need to spell it out for you?
Yeah. A, B, C, D. What now?
That thing, baby. That thing that does the thing. So a lot.
Thing with the thing.
A lot of guys on social media have gone crazy. I mean, obviously she's a cute girl, right? She's got that southern accent, and she's talking about spitting on a penis, right? Let's just call it what it is. So there's been so many memes that have blown up. So yeah, if I'll ask you, Lou, if first question, if you saw your girl, you saw her and she went viral because she said something crazy like that, how would you react?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it really depends on just your stance with your girl. Like in this case, it's my wife.
Well, I didn't want to say wife, but a girlfriend. If it was a girlfriend.
Honestly, I feel like that would be a good question on any spectrum. Like if it was your wife and she's hanging out with the girls that night, or if it's your girlfriend and she's hanging out, what I'm saying, kind of same context. I think for me, aside of me, knowing my wife, she, especially when she's around her good friends, they're having a good time, their strings flowing, they're having a good time and all that. Aside of me would say oh, that's totally fine. She's just being her. But if she went viral like that, I wouldn't be mad for the sake of her saying it. It would be more like her and I, mainly her, dealing with, like you said, the social media, not backlash, but just now everyone's trying to find you, and everyone's trying to see who you are because you're a viral sensation and everything. And for her, and my wife is already private to begin with, so the people that's on her social media platforms is people that she actually know. So to have all these random people oh, all that stuff. I would be more, just man, how she's gonna deal with it.
Right. It's funny because as soon as that video went viral, apparently she shut down all her social media. She did not want to be found. But a lot of guys were going crazy out there. I mean, Derek, what do you think, Derek? If you met a girl and her thing was you got to please a guy and spit on that thing, I mean, how would that make you respond?
Well, I mean, I'm all for whatever you want to do in the bedroom. It's your private business. But this day and age, everybody is online and telling all their business. If you're your girl, you don't want everybody knowing what she does.
Yeah. You don't want to know all the secret sauce,
Yeah, that's your personal person,
That is a big deal, and
disappointing.
Yeah. I think maybe me and Lewis more on our end, just from our background on security and everything that we've done in the past, where that YouTubing sensation kind of came out later in the game for us, but you could tell it was a big hit. Like they go to shopping centers, they go to these bars, and then you find these people that oh yeah, I want to be recorded. Oh yeah, ask me these silly questions. Sometimes they're drunk, sometimes they're young and naive and don't realize what they're going to say is going to follow them possibly for the rest of their life.
And it's funny you say that, Mark.
Once it's on the internet, it's on the internet.
But yeah, and it's funny you say that, Mark, because it's funny you say that though, because they're trying to get viral. So even if you're trying to do your job as an officer, they're going to try to record you and make it hard on you, and then you might end up being a meme as well. Oh, mall cop this or whatever. So it's like anything that's in a public platform, it's like an automatic opening to try to get viral.
So talking about being in a public eye and law enforcement, have you guys seen about Justin Timberlake and what happened with him?
I've heard, but I didn't really see all the information.
DWI or DUI?
Yeah, I guess up north in I forgot what it's called, but it's like in the Northeast and kind of like near New York, Rhode Island, somewhere in that general area. But he got a DWI, driving while intoxicated, which is just
DW.
it's just we call it in the South DUI, driving under the influence.
Yep,
but it's crazy when you think about it. Like he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and he couldn't get somebody to drive him home. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude.
So my thing is, it's funny you say that because you would think it's almost like two different pendulums. On one hand, you have celebrities who they like overdo their privacy and security and stuff. So like in that case, like you said, they always have a driver. They have a security officer or a former Marine or something with them at all times. They have someone driving, so they have this whole setup. Then you have some who try to go back to that reality that, I can go to a bar and have fun with the people, if you will. And so I feel like when they try to go to that dynamic, it's like, no, bro, when you do that, you got, like you said, millions of dollars. And even if you're going to do that, then at least be smart and like get an Uber or get someone that in your circle that I'm pretty sure you're, paying their whole bill of having a good time with you, hanging out. They can drive you home.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got more than enough money to get an Uber. And when you're out getting sauced up, it's not like he can't afford it. But people need to be more aware of what they're doing while they're out, Because one wrong turn and one bad move, and then you hit somebody, and that could cause a life,
Yeah, absolutely right. He's lucky he didn't kill anybody, right? I mean, he got pulled over because he ran a stop sign, so thankfully nothing bad came out of it. But you got to think, and Lewis, me and you being fathers, right? Let's circle these two topics together. Like, how scary is it going to be because we got the three of us have level heads and we've kind of gotten through life so far, but man, now we got to worry about our kids, Derek, your future kids, and how's it going to feel when you see your daughter talking about giving a BJ on social media, or your son getting arrested for DUI in a public eye? Like, it's bad enough we got to worry about ourselves.
Like it's like
people problems out here.
Number one, Mark, you don't got to be that blunt because I mean as a father, you don't want to even assume that your daughter is in that mindset of those things you just said, sir.
I know. But at some point,
you're right. I know, and that's what's crazy because I mean, okay, this is gonna sound weird, okay, but hear me out. So and I'm happily married, after pre-class, I love my wife, love my life, and that, all that greatness. But it's funny, my kids are interracial, they're mixed, and my daughter, she can look Hispanic when she's tan, she can look mixed when in the winter. So for me, I used to be that guy that like, as far as being attracted to females when I was single, everything was open, all like black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. But when my kids got especially my daughter got older, I never looked at mixed females the same. Like, I'm like, that's she looks like my daughter. Like, basically, I see my daughter now, so I can't even see an attraction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's for me, anyways. Yeah.
It's tough.
So you produce X-Men? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
I'm just messing.
Your day's gonna come, Derek. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, we cannot wait to Derek is the father.
Sooner than later.
Thankfully, my kids are young enough. I don't have to worry about the sexual life too much. But they do talk about boys and all that, and that I tell them to shut up. They're just 6 years old. Get over it.
Well, with that being side note, real quick, since you mentioned that. Kind of on the same vein, what is your thoughts as a father, and also you, Marlo, just having nieces and nephews? What are your thoughts when it comes to the kind of books and things that they're pushing in the elementary and in the schools of like, about sexual preference and just sexuality. Because like, long story short, we had a situation where you're allowed, like they'll try to teach the curriculum and you can sign off on something, but then there's other schools that won't even give you that option, that you gotta almost find out about it, because if you don't, they'll just be telling your kids all this stuff, and then your kid comes home asking you all these questions, and you're like, whoa, why are you asking all these questions out of nowhere?
So I'll answer that, but I tell you what, that topic alone is a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
But I do think, look, they say people are trying to ban books, right? But it's like, no, people are trying to ban certain content from schools, right? Like, they're not saying get rid of books altogether. I agree that kids shouldn't be exposed to certain material at such a young age, right? Especially some of the stuff that I've seen where the parents would read it at the school board meeting, and they would have to be censored while reading it at a school board meeting. But yet that book can be in a school library.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's specific kind of books
Yeah.
that deal with history and stuff like that.
But I tell you what, we can make a hell of another episode out of that topic.
Oh yeah. We'll need the other guys for that too, because they're all fathers.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. Make sure you put in the comments what you want to hear next and what your thoughts are on the topics we discussed today. Take care, everybody.
All right, guys.
Over and out.